what happened was our pastor looked out into our church, into our city, and he saw that there was a certain demographic of people that were not being reached to the full potential. In fact, many of them weren't being reached at all. He saw that when someone graduated college, there was this wandering period that existed before they settled down into a career, they settled down into a family. In my own life, during that time, I was fully searching. Although I'd grown up in the church, I never really fully committed my life to Jesus Christ. I looked for other things in this world to satisfy me. And through a 10-year period of wandering, I found myself living in the Caribbean in my ultimate effort to try to find satisfaction of the world. I was a deckhand in this beautiful tropical scenery, surrounded by wealthy people who had everything that money could buy, enjoying the pleasures of this world, swimming and having fun on beaches. But I found that it still wasn't enough to satisfy my soul. And through that, in a response to prayers that people like Bob had for people like me, prayers that people like my mom had for me just to know God, God revealed himself to me as the one thing that would truly satisfy me. So I gave my life to him. I came back to Boise, and I found that what happened in my life wasn't unique only to me during this time. There was many people I knew from my past that had questions. And as I shared Christ, people were responsive. It was a real spiritual awakening. We went from a group of 4 people just meeting in a living room with a common past, praying and worshiping, to we now have a group that meets the needs of the people that really were like me and just looking for something more. And I really believe that I got to experience spiritual awakening the way that I did because of the prayers that people had for the demographic that I was a part of. It was nothing that I did of myself. It was nothing that we could have conjured or schemed up to have all of us come back to Boise and get saved at the same time. But it was something that God did in response to the prayers of the faithful people who just had a heart of compassion. God is just waiting for us to pray and to ask him to do something new in our lives and in the city that we belong to.